Hey world, how's it going? It's Austin. Here I am. It's October 8th and I'm one day post-op surgery, so that's awesome. I had surgery yesterday morning with Dr. Medalie here in Cleveland. I'm losing my voice a little bit, so this is going to be a very short update, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm okay and the surgery went really well. I've got my medical binder on, and I don't want to gross anybody out, but I got my drains too on both sides, so everything's going really well. Yeah, I was really anxious the night before surgery. Not nervous, but I was my anxiety took over. And if you have anxiety, you know that sometimes it's it doesn't even have to do with you mentally being nervous. It's just your body is having a physical anxiety reaction. So I thought I was getting sick, for sure, because I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, I mean, I didn't really sleep, so I didn't really wake up. I just was awake. And I kept going all hot and then all cold and shivery. And we had a thermometer, so I took my temperature at one point. It was at 99.5, and I was like, oh God, no. I'm going to get sick, and they're never going to let me have surgery. So I got really anxious the night before. And then the morning of surgery, I came in and woke my mom's here with me, and I came in and I woke her up and I said, I don't know, maybe I'm sick or maybe this is just my anxiety. I don't know what's going on. But maybe I have a fever and my throat's a little scratchy and I don't know what to do. And she kind of talked me through it a little bit, and she said, let's take a shower, see how you're feeling, and then we're gonna go in, at the time, plan for surgery, and then they're gonna check your blood pressure and your temperature and everything, and if they think that you're not okay for surgery, then alright, but we should go in and have them make that decision. Which was totally legit and a good thing that she said. Because I just, my body was, my heart rate was going crazy, and it was all anxiety, and it was dumb. But there's not much you can do when you have anxiety. Other than take medicine, which I couldn't do, because you're not supposed to take any medicine, the 24 hours before. So anyway, we showed up at the medical facility, and I waited, and then they took me in, and they called me by my birth name at first, but then the minute that I got in, was talking to somebody, she was like, wait, but what do you actually want to be called, because we didn't have this on your chart. And so we got that figured out, and then after that, everybody used my correct name and pronouns and everything all day, so that was great. And they took me back, and I put on 2 gowns, one front ways and one back ways, and little slippers, and then they took me into the pre-surgery area, and I lay down in a bed, and they put an IV in my hand, and some heart monitors on, and a little hat over my hair, and then I just hung out there for a little bit. And the head anesthesiologist came in and talked to me, and she was very nice, and she asked me if I had any worries about anything, and I said, well, I'm a little worried about being nauseous, and she said, well, I'll put some anti-nausea stuff in the anesthesia, so that'll be fine. So she did that, and then the assistant anesthesiologist came in, and I talked to her, and we talked about the same things, and then the supervising nurse that was going to be in the operating room came and talked to me a little bit, and she was very nice too. And then Dr. Medalie came in, and he marked my chest up with a marker, and had a tiny little tape measure, and was measuring everything to make sure it was all going to be symmetrical. But I got to talk with him a little bit, and he was very nice too, and just very business-like isn't the right word, because that makes it seem like he didn't have feeling, but he's just very much a professional, and he knows what he's doing, and that's why I picked him. And so, excuse me. Yeah, so he did a great job and got me all marked up, and that was when I finally came down off of the anxiety and the worry, and it felt real. It was looking down at my chest and seeing all these marks about where things were going to be, and I was like, wow, this is actually going to happen. This is a real, I'm here, it's real. So yeah, that was a great moment, I think. And after that, I was just okay, they know what they're doing. they've taken my blood pressure and my temperature and my heart rate, and like they say I'm okay. And like at that point, because my anxiety had come down, I was feeling good too. So yeah, I was ready to go. So they took me into surgery and switched me, laid me on a different bed, stuck my arms out, and had me breathe into a oxygen thing. They did all the anesthesia through my IV, but then they had me breathe in oxygen too. And I don't know if there was something in with the oxygen, I'm not sure. But they started asking me questions instead of the like countdown from 10 or whatever. One of the anesthesiologists was like, if you had $1 million suddenly, where would you go? And I was like, New Zealand. And she was like, who would you bring with you? And I said, my girlfriend. And then she asked me another question, but I don't remember what it was. And I was out. So, yeah, I woke up again in the recovery area. So I don't remember anything after that, which is great. I would like, you know, it's always worrying when you're under anesthesia that you're gonna like wake up at some point when you're not supposed to wake up. So I didn't. It was totally fine. Unfounded fears. So I woke up in the recovery area, and coming out of anesthesia is just weird because you're like trying to wake up and you can't. But yeah, after I got out of that, I was dizzy for a little while. So really the dizziness was the biggest thing. I had some ice chips, which was great because I hadn't had any water for since midnight the night before. So I had some ice chips, and then my mom came in and sat with me in the recovery area for a while. And the recovery nurse was super nice. She was like the nicest. Like everybody was nice, but she was the nicest. I think her name was Nancy. But she was just a major sweetheart and helped me, like, just sort of got my ice chips and got me medicine and crackers, and it was just really sweet. So yeah, I really appreciated that, her just sort of like comforting presence. Yeah, and so I took some pain medicine while I was there before we left, and then they kind of like made sure I wasn't too dizzy or anything. And they showed my mom how to like strip my my drains and like empty them, how to measure that. So we did that once while I was there, and she said that even for the amount of time that I had been out of surgery, there wasn't a whole lot of fluid, so that was awesome. And yeah, so then they stuck me in a wheelchair and wheeled me out to the car, and I got in the car and we drove home. And the drive home honestly was the worst part because I just was so like, I was just dizzy and nauseous because we were moving. So I got home and immediately conked out on the couch. So since then, I've just been, I've been in this cycle of like sleep for 3 hours, awake for 1, take medicine, sleep for 3 hours, awake for 1, take medicine. And it's only been since this morning. I just woke up. I woke up to take medicine at 6, and then I woke up again at 9. And I've been up pretty much since 9 now. So that's nice that I'm not just constantly falling asleep anymore. Yeah, and the pain is not too bad. It's like everybody always says, it's like mostly where the drains are coming out, where there's pain. Across my chest, it just feels tight, like not the binder, but like my skin feels tight. But yeah, it's really mostly where the drains are that hurt. My right drain hurts a little bit more to strip than the left one for some reason. But I haven't had a lot of fluid out of either of them, so that's really good. That like, and I don't feel like there's not like pressure or anything, so I'm not worried about bleeding anywhere or whatever. So I've got my post-op appointment to get the drains out on Monday, and because there's not a lot of fluid coming out of my drains, I'm feeling like that's going to be awesome. Like by Monday, they should be pretty much done draining. So, yeah, that's about it. Like, I'm sure there's more I could say, but I'm feeling kind of tired now, and my voice is going, so I should go. But I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who has been sending prayers and good thoughts and everything, because it really did help. Like the night before surgery when I was so anxious, it was just like, it was so nice to know that there were people praying for me and thinking of me, and I just spent a lot of time like breathing and remembering Psalm 23 for some reason. Like, I know everybody thinks of Psalm 23. I never have really it's never been one of my favorite psalms, but for some reason it just kept coming to me, so I just kept saying it over and over, and it really helped keep me calm and just feeling okay. So anyway, thanks for that, guys, and yeah, thanks for everything. If you donate to the Top Surgery fundraiser, this is all like thanks to everybody who helped. So I feel amazing. I feel like, I don't know, it's a real sense of peace. Like, it's all done now. I'm done. I'm ready. Like, I just feel new and good and peaceful, and yeah, my heart feels like my physical heart feels closer to the outside of my body now, but also like my emotional heart feels closer to the outside, and it just feels good. I feel amazing. So thank you, and thanks for coming along and watching my journey. So I'll probably update in another couple of days and let you know how things are going, but until then, I hope you're all doing well. Peace.